Good morning. Let's get started. So today we're gonna do some bear frolics. So let's start with our hands on our lower belly and take a slow deep breath into your hands and a slow breath out. And then another slow breath into your hands as your belly moves away from your spine. And a slow breath out as your belly moves back toward your spine. And drop your awareness into your feet and invite your feet to sink into the earth, sending roots deep into the heart of the earth. And then soften your tailbone and soften your chest. And lift the crown of your head up toward the heavens as we root our feet in the earth and then connect the crown of our head to the heavens. And take a moment to turn your awareness inwards and see what you notice. And then opening up your eyes, take your light fists on either side of your navel. And this is going to be bear rubbing its belly. So in this movement, the movement's really coming from your hips, right? So as you move your hips, sort of initiates your hands kind of rubbing all around your belly. So see if it feels right to inhale as you circle your hands up, exhale down. Again, your hands are barely moving. It's really the movement is coming from your center. So I chose bears for today because bears are really grounded. They're really confident. They also tap into their intuition. So those are the qualities that we'll play with today. So let's go back the other way. So noticing how just moving from your center allows your hands to just move with ease. And then slow down. And then widen your stance a little bit. We're going to do bear ambles through the forest. So you're going to shift your weight to one side. So I'll do your mirror image. So shift your weight over to the left, but then face right. Now shift your weight now to the right, but face left. And then sort of let your shoulders relax. Picture those heavy, grounded, rooted bear legs. And then those kind of very flexible, relaxed bear front paws. So a bear ambling through the forest. If you feel this at all in your knees, you might just do a little less rocking back and forth, putting your weight in your heels. So now as the bear is ambling through the forest, it's going to sort of knock. And this time we're going to knock right under our navel and sort of right in the middle of your back. Some great acupressure points right along the front of our body on our renmai. And slow it down. And then lifting up your elbows. Take a breath in as you open up your chest. And then exhale, round your back and tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, open up your chest. And exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Inhale, looking up at the heavens. Exhale, tucking your chin towards your chest. Putting your awareness in your spine. Noticing how each vertebrae, invite each vertebrae to just move independently of the ones all around it. Let's do one more. And then inhale your shoulders up. And then with a slow exhale out through your mouth. Inhale your shoulders up. Let's do another one, but then inhale your shoulders forward, back, and let's do one more like that. And then having your thumbs facing in towards your middle of your body. Soft bend in your knees. And then rotate your shoulders so that your thumbs face away from your body. And then bring them back in. So take a breath in. Exhale. Just starting to warm up our shoulders. Take a breath in. And exhale out. Take another breath in. And exhale out. So we'll add one more step. So take a breath in. And then stand a little taller as your chin goes over your shoulder. So inhale, sink. Exhale. Move out away from your body. The wide as owl turns its head to eliminate fatigue. And take a breath in. Exhale. And shake it out. Now let's do one more stretching for our neck. And this is the dragon looks at its tail. So your hands, the palms of your hands are the tail. Take a breath in. As you exhale, turn your palms away as you turn your chin over the other shoulder. So inhale, bring your tail in towards your face. Exhale, push your palms away. So inhale, look at your tail. Exhale. Let's do two more. Now take your outer hand, drop it a little bit. Push out through the palms of your hands. And then gently, maybe twist just a little micro movement over your shoulder. And then drop your shoulders, and also drop your hands down a little lower. And just little by little dropping your hands and see how that changes the stretch. And then shake it out. Let's do the other side. So take a breath in. Your palms are facing your hands. So you exhale, turn your palms away and look over your shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, push through your fingers and the palms of your hands. Inhale, push. Let's do one more like this. Inhale, bringing your palms in close. Exhale, pushing them away. Now drop your hands just like an inch or so. And then just a little more twist as you look over your shoulder. Dropping your shoulders, relaxing your tailbone. And then at your own pace with each breath, drop your hands down just a little bit. And then put your awareness in your neck muscles, your traps. Just notice if dropping your hands stretches a little bit different part. And then shake it out. So this next Bear Frolic movement. So in this movement, we're going to call it the bears searching for berries. So put your weight on your right leg. Bring your left leg forward. You're going to be in, so about hip width apart. So in this, you have these little bear paws, right? So your palms are facing the heavens. You're going to shift your weight to the front leg as you twist and look over your left shoulder. And then come back to center. Now, bring your right foot forward. Shift your weight, leg, twist. And now look over your right shoulder. And come back to center. Let's do it again. So, stepping forward, shifting your weight, gentle twist, and come back. Go down your leg, shifting and turning. So now we're going to up the ante a little bit if it feels right. So step forward, shift your weight, twist. And as you twist, let your back heel lift off the ground. And then experiment with what happens if your whole back foot lifts off the ground. And now you're on one leg. And what happens if you twist just a little more on that one leg? And come to center. Go back. And let's relax our arms. Okay, so do the other side. So, of course, always create your own adventure. So, whatever feels right. So, stepping forward with your right leg. Shift your weight. As you're turning, allow your back heel to come off. And then maybe let your whole back foot come off. Lifting up your leg. Continue to twist as you're searching for your berries. And come back. So let's try that again on both sides. So bear paws up. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I've never seen a bear look like this, but here we are. So palms are facing the earth. Step forward. Take a breath in. As you exhale, shift your weight. Let your back heel come up. Continue to twist as you look over your shoulder and maybe experiment with how high your back leg can come up. Twisting your whole spine. Come back. So let's do one more time the other leg. So breath in. Exhale. Start to shift your weight. And then lifting your back heel, maybe your foot, maybe your knee. Twisting, continuing to twist. Finding that balance. Maybe finding those berries. Coming back to center. And shake it out. So then we can do the bears just eating all those blueberries. Blueberries. I just had blueberries today from the summer from the freezer. So this is going to be the bear hanging from a tree. So imagine that tree branch. Wrap your little hands, little bear paws around the tree branch. Just hang. So bear hanging from the tree. And now you're going to bring your bear paws down. And as you roll forward into a forward fold, keeping your knees soft. And then what happens if you kind of wiggle your tailbone, wiggling your bear tailbone. And then rounding your back, tucking your tailbone under, and just roll up. So bear hanging, your soften your jaw. Take a breath in. Exhale as you slide your hands down, bending your knees, rolling forward into a forward fold. And relax your head and your neck and your shoulders. Feeling the muscles in your hamstrings lengthen and your calves, your lower back. And then if it feels right, just shifting your weight from side to side as you wiggle your tailbone. And then tucking your tailbone under, bending your knees, roll up. Let's do one more. So bear hanging. Take a big breath in. Exhale as you roll forward. Take a breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth with a give your tailbone a little wiggle. Bend your knees, tuck your tailbone under. Then roll up and turn your awareness inwards. And in your stillness, notice any movement. And then opening your eyes, we'll do the bear eats honey. So you're going to inhale as you take your bear paw. Your palm is facing forward. And you're going to pull that honey into your mouth and exhale as that honey glides down into your lower belly. So inhale, gather. Exhale, inviting that honey to just slide down to your lower belly. So inhale as we gather all the sweetness that life has to offer. And exhale, imagining that sweetness gliding, sliding down to our lower belly. Inhale. And then a slow exhale as that golden honey glides its way down to our lower belly. So bear eating honey. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gather. Exhale, sending that down to our lower belly. Inhale, gather. And then exhale down. Let's do one more to each side. So gather all the sweetness life has to offer. Bring it into our mouths. And then invite to sink down into our lower belly. So one more. We'll do one last bear frolic, which is a similar movement, but a little bit different. As the bear gathers its cubs. So you're going to glide your hips forward. Bring your left arm with the back of your hand facing forward, right? And then it's going to grab those cubs and then stand taller as you bring those cubs back to your lower belly. So glide your hips back of your palms facing forward. Grab, bring it back in. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, gather those cubs, bring them in. And the same idea where we're sort of gathering something precious energy, whatever that might serve you today. So gliding your hips back. We'll do one more to each side like this. Now we're going to do the same movement, gliding your hips back. Arm comes across, but now we're going to go up high by our heart center and we're going to pull that precious energy to our heart center. So back of your hand, spiral that energy in. So inhale, exhale, bring it in. Just bring whatever energy would serve you today. Maybe open-heartedness, generosity, joy. Inhale, gather. Let's do one more side at our heart center. And we're going to do the same movement. We're going to raise our arms a little bit more. Inhale, and I'll bring that energy up to your brain, to our upper dantian. So inhale, exhale, pull it in. Inhale, gliding your hips back, palms facing forward, and then same thing. We're gathering precious energy all around us. And whatever would serve your brain and your consciousness, maybe clear thinking, maybe inspiration. Maybe peacefulness. Let's do one more. And then floating our hands down to our heart center. Let's do two to each side. So inhale. Inhale, gather. And then we'll end with bringing it down to our lower belly, our lower dantian. So inhale. Let's do one more to each side. And bringing your hands to your lower belly. Stand with your feet close together, sinking your awareness in your feet. Invite your feet just merge with the earth. Shift your weight just a little bit to your heels. Soften your tailbone. Lift from the crown of your head. Invite your body to just rock and sway in the tiniest little movements, as if you're seaweed in the ocean. Or maybe a very calm, relaxed bear up in a safely tucked in a tree. And that tree is just a little bit branches moving. Bear safely tucked in a tree. And take a slow, deep breath into your belly. And an even slower breath out. And then gliding your hands up to your heart center. Thank you for joining me this Monday morning.